Hello guys, today we are continuing the code review session, and it will be regarding that web API application which was originally for the test interview application. So let's proceed with the refactoring. So first of all, my advice is when you are continuing some project, just to look at the NuGet dependencies in order to determine whether there are some outdated ones or every package is up to date. So you can do it with this convenient console. So here, and as we can see, we have some NuGet packages updates here. So the first one we will not be updating today because this seems to be a major release. So from 3.1.2 to brand new 6.0.0. So this one could potentially bring some changes which we will not cover in the today topics. But we can easily update this one. So let's make it up to date. This one. So these ones from Microsoft should be updated too. Yeah, so these ones are just Microsoft packages, and here we can also update the .NET Test SDK, so which is used for our test project. So let's update it too. And here we have some unit updates. So this one and this one. So both of these are just the minor updates. So not the major one as here. So we can easily update this one and update this one. Okay. So after that, let's look at the main controller, which we have partially refactored in the previous video, and what we can do else here. So here we have the users directives, and also we have these directives in every file in this project. So the more convenient way in terms of .NET 7 is to make the global users and bring all these directives into one file. So let's create a file called users. It could be also called the global. Let's trim this content and let's bring these ones into this file and make it global, just this way. So here, here, here. Okay, so here we can easily omit these ones, and we can go through our files to get the other references and to make all of them global ones. So here we can also omit this, and we will not be touching the migrations folder because it's the .NET generated and it should not be modified by the developer. Okay, so let's leave it this way, and let's bring this one. This one here, and here we can leave just the code which we need here, so without these ones. And let's go to the detail folder. So here we have also some references which we can bring to this file. So, and by doing this way we are simplifying our code because we do not have these using directives in every file, whether we need them or not. So here we see that this class is never used, and we are using just the request class in the every place of our project. So we can easily remove this one. Also we should remove this one, and here we have also the unused response class. So we are just using the request here. So now for now, let's omit this one and let's leave only the needed code. So because as we have the programming principle as keys keep it simple stupid, it means that we do not we don't want to have any code that is not used for the current targets. So here we can also simplify it a bit and bring these ones to the global users. So let it be this way and this way. So, and in this service we can, as far as we have refactored this method of get query docs with this one updated, we can easily leave just the updated version. So for now we do not need this original one. So let's make it instead. Yeah, and here we have both of these overloads. So let's make it just one method and let's rename it accordingly to the original. So it will be get query docs async. Okay, and let's finally go to the program CS. So here we also have some references which were brought to the global ones. So we can easily make it this way, and for just for the just to prettify this bunch of reference, we can go here to the edit and to the sort lines. So yeah, and it should look a bit more convenient this way. So, and here we can also trim some lines, because as we have well designed code, so it does not need these comments in any line behind it. So we can just simplify it a bit. Okay. So here we have our updated program CS, and in the users we have everything that is needed for our program to be compiled with no errors. So let's check it. Yeah, and yeah, so here we have the nullable references, and better way is to include the nullable here, because if we have this code in our project, it is better to yeah, but fortunately this is a partial case, so better to leave it as it was. So what else we can refactor here? So let's go to the controller, and these expression body methods are also a good way to make the code shorter, and also we can squash these attributes, so just by doing this way. So but this advice is only applicable in cases when you have not too many attributes. So for example, if it would be something like 10 attributes or more, it would be better to keep each attribute on the separate line. But in this case, and also as far as, let's look at the compiler about the get methods. So here we have the HTTP get with the implicitly referenced attribute, and for now let's omit this attribute and rebuild and look at the compiler result. Unfortunately, it doesn't explicitly provide the HTTP get. Okay, so this HTTP get attribute is in some cases is provided by default, but when the compiler does not provide it, we could keep it and make it just one line, okay, like this. Here we have the model state. If model state is not valid, we will add some error messages. So, but we can make it a bit shorter like this, because we do not have any other usages of this, and make it like this way. So if model state is not valid, we are just return the bad request with these values selected. So this one we have removed previously, so let's keep it this way. And here we can use the ternary operator. So instead of if block, then return statement, and then other return statement, we can use just this return operator. So, and this will look much more convenient. So this way. Here we can also squash the attributes and do just the same. So here, let's rename this one to the doc request, and here, yeah, request. So better just to keep it simple and keep the name of request, because this is a request data which we receive from the request body, and here we can just make it as doc. So because the result of the service is the entity, so do not make the simple things more complicated. So, and here we can also squash these ones into the body, into the constructor of the bad message, and here we can omit these braces, and here make it the return instead of if and return. So, and this code looks a bit simpler and not so complicated as it was before. Okay, so this is about the controller. Also, let's navigate to here to the seed. Okay, so everything looks great, and in the context we have just the docs. So, and in terms of these requests, so this one is record and this one is class. So, and let me explain a bit about the difference of the record and class. So if you go to the compiler output and let's rebuild it for sure, we see that this result of the class compilation is is a class which has these properties and with backend fields, okay, and no additional methods. So, and just the base constructor with no parameters. But here, if you go to the record and see what the compiler has generated here, we can see that the record is still a class, but with some additional methods and properties. So it has the quality contract and it has some helpful methods like toString, which involves this print members method, and we can easily make this output more convenient for user. And also the record type, so which is just the class under the hood, has these helpful methods as quality and so inequality and equality. So just to compare the instances of this record by values but not by reference. Okay, so this is what does the compiler under the hood for the record. But we can also try to make it more in a detailed way. So for example, here we can make it as a record, and let's try it with the record struct keyword. So record struct, and we can also probably make it as read-only. So let's try. Not. No, we cannot make it. But if we update these ones and let's rebuild it. This way we can easily make it more memory efficient just by making it not a record, which is a class under the hood, but make it the record struct. So and it will be just the struct, and also with the read-only modifier, which allows us um, spare a bit of memory and processor time when we do not have this case of the value modification. So, and it's explicitly marked with is read-only attribute here. So, and let's make this one also the read-only. So here the keyword of read-only is not valid for the record, but if you specify the record struct, it will be also suitable for the struct. So, and let's make it all properties of it as a get init. Let's rebuild and let's try it this way. Okay. So, and let's get yeah. So unfortunately we have the error here. So we could not create instance of this type. So yeah, because this model must have the parameterless constructor. Okay. So what the difference between that code that was before and our updated code? Because if we go to the get query docs, and here we look at the compiler output, we will not find the parameterless constructor here, because if it is a record struct, it does not generate this constructor, but we can make it by our own. So generate code constructor, and let's make it this way, and let's bring the constructor behind these properties. So let it be here, and let it be also here. So this constructor, and it will be here. Okay, so let's rebuild and let's rerun this one. And expression of type can be used for turn type system object. Very interesting. So, and let's find where this error is exactly. So expression of type can be used. So we have the get query docs request. Okay, get query docs request is used. So my main controller, let's get query docs request. So okay, let's run it in the debug mode. So to determine where exactly this error is. So let's run this API one more time. So currently I don't see the exact expression body of model state query docs. So, and let's put the breakpoint here. Just the same message. That's strange. So let's currently move from the record struct just to the record. So, and let's try if everything will work this way. So let's do it step by step. So yeah, so this way it does work. Very strange. Okay. Yeah, so for now we have this one working, but why this has not worked with the struct? So, and let's make it without the read-only keyword. Yeah, sim does not work. Let's look at the badge request created. Very interesting, but probably this is not a case for the record struct usage. So let's currently keep it as just as a record, and in some next videos I will try to figure it out what is the fix is, and after every change which we have done to our project, we should also update the unit tests. So it's just the way it should be. So let's bring this usings just as in the main project to the usings file. So this way, let's rectify it a bit, and let's run this test. So we can do it by just this option as run tests. Okay, so the tests have run successfully, and what we have here. So there's a constraint model assert that. Let's rebuild it. So it's just the same model. So let's try try to refactor these ones. Yeah. Select assert and assert that. So actual, and the first one should be actual and is equal to. So the actual one is here, and here is dot equal to. Okay, and let's bring it here. Yeah, so like this way, and let's rerun this test. So this is a more up-to-date approach. Instead of using the assert r equal, we are using the assert z and providing the actual result and is equal to the expected result. So and maybe, yeah, and this one also could help us in the refactoring. So here we can also use the assert multiple. No, but here the first one is we can use the conditional expression. So like this way, because if we have the now value here, we obviously cannot access the status code. So and let's try this one. So assert that, assert multiple, and assert that is equal to, yeah. So we can do just this way, and let's here we can also simplify it a bit and make it just a more convenient way. And here we can also make it in the new approach. So and here obviously we also need the nullability operator, because implemented or default 0, let it be, so to emit these warnings. And here we can also refactor these unit tests a bit. It's not the best option, so and we can also do interesting, yeah, just this way. And here we can also update this to the more modern approach. So let's make it this way and let's rebuild the whole solution. And yeah, so this one is currently not needed. So when do we have this usage, and probably this one is not used. So currently we can remove it, and let's retest. Let's rerun this test. Okay, test seems to run okay, and let's look at the two remaining warnings. So this one and this one. Okay, so get query doc request and int page number and get query doc request. Okay, and let's look at the controller. So we need to see what values are actually passed when we have these empty fields. So for example, we are not filling this. We are not filling this field, and we run this API and see yeah, so currently everything is now okay. So, and but what if, but it's one remark in terms of this nullable attribute, because the string is actually supporting the nullable the null value out of the box, so it's not the int which has the default value of 0 but not now. So, and let's try to remove, and this one is not obviously not needed here. So, and let's make it this way. Let's, and also, as far as we have this request model only as the get, we can try, but unfortunately, yeah. So let's currently keep it as a get init, and let's try this update. Sorry, misclick. And let's look at the output. Yeah, so everything seems to be okay. So this way it should work, and probably the last not an error, but the case which I have seen, that we should fix the name here. So attribute with double T. So, and let's run this one for sure, but better not to run. At first run the tests. So the tests are okay, and let's finally make the final run after all these updates. So here we have this Swagger board, and let's execute this code with all the updates. Okay, so, and everything seems to be okay, so everything's working, and our code does not have any warnings and bad smells. So in terms of compilation, we currently do not see any of the potential code quality cases, and this code looks much better as it was before. So that's it. Thanks for watching. If you have any ideas or comments, please write me. I am really open for discussion, and have a nice day. Bye bye.